Welcome to the Dodgeball Game of the Week along with Jed Castro. I'm Tom Booth. Tonight, Jed, we have the BT Buddies versus the Kung Fu Pandas.
The Kung Fu Pandas is just a bunch of endangered animals, and that's how they play on the court. They are really animals on the court. And the BT Buddies, Blacksburg Transit Buddies, a bunch of people that work for Blacksburg Transit. Some of them drive, some of them don't. All of them do their job to help you get home safely.
So tonight, the Pandas will hopefully look both ways before they run over the BT Buddies. More after this. And we're getting ready for the start of game one here between the BT Buddies and Pandas. Pandas in the near court, BT Buddies in the far court.
Are they not called the Kung Fu Pandas?
Maybe, yes, but...
Pandas for short?
Just
You're on a
Pandas
last name basis with them?
Z at the end there.
Pandas.
Pandas.
That means they're more street legal.
Yes, the Pandas have Reed, Drew, Nikki, Snuff Dog, Flip, Eric, and Chris.
Snuff Dog. And for the BT Buddies, we've got Blake, Dan, George, Andrew, Matt, Inger, and Courtney. And all these names are subject to change. Wait a minute, hang on there. Is that Chris?
That's Chris. And we do not guarantee the accuracy of any names, scores, or facts given on this show.
But we can guarantee you will be entertained, whether you're watching this on WTOB Channel 2, or whether you're watching it on YouTube or on the internet. Those of you watching on the YouTube channel are noticing the beauty of HD high definition. Thanks to Chip Herman, executive producer, editor, shooter, guy that tells us what to do.
Limousine driver.
He drives you in a limousine?
Yes. That's how I get here. I don't know how you get here.
He's never picked me up.
There's room for one in the limousine. It's very tiny.
That's not, it was a smart car?
Very small. It's an electric limousine.
Really? Well, how come he can't pick me up once?
Just the front seat. So it's a bucket seat right in front.
Well, you could drive once. Nikki's going to take one right up a breadbasket, leaving just Snuff Dog. But if you are a fan of the Kung Fu Pandas, you're actually feeling pretty good because Snuff Dog is the self-proclaimed best player on the team.
And he's not anymore. And the game is over. Yeah, BT Buddies snuff out the Snuff Dog.
Well played.
And they take game one on the Dodgeball Game of the Week.
On WTOB.
And we're getting ready for game two of the Dodgeball Game of the Week as the BT Buddies are up on Pandas 1-0 as they took out Pandas pretty quickly. Snuffed out the Snuff Dog.
The best player on their team.
Is that self-proclaimed?
Self-proclaimed. He told us right before the match he was the best player.
I think you have to put that disclaimer on it most times.
Well, you know, I mean, let's see. We've seen one game, and he was the last man standing on the team. So, you know, let's give him the chance to prove himself.
He did prove he was the best player on his team.
Oh, well, looks like he's proving something else to us. So, headshot.
Was that a headshot?
That is a headshot. Looks like, and the new rule this year is if you hit someone in the head, they should be out. Unless
they are ducking, I think, is part of the rule. But
the argument now is if you try to catch it, you are out. I'm not sure that's actually the rule because if you are hitting the ball in the head, it should be a.
There's a lot of gray area on that rule, probably.
This is what's going to happen. It's a new rule this year, so of course you're going to have some. Oh, look at a little no-look pass there from Chris. Or not really, pass shot. Oh.
Well, Drew took one off. I mean, Reed took it off the head, so he should still be in.
He is. Andrew's actually going to sit down. Courtney's going to sit down.
Good job by there by Chris.
You've got Reed in the black and Chris in the green. And then Redbeard himself, Blake. Nice catch, Blake. Not that I was complimenting to his face.
Nice
just trying to say in there.
The Redbeard coming through. 3-to-1 advantage now for the Pandas in the near court for the BT Buddies.
That's right. You've got Blake, Dan, and Captain Redbeard. Nice dodge there by Dan. Look, Chris is. Look out, Chris.
Oh, you got lucky right there. He wasn't looking.
Yeah, he was lucky. But sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
He is trying to get that Redbeard out.
I would do that too, but Blake is the only guy that we're sure that's his real name. Or are we?
We aren't sure.
Of course, you can never be sure with our counterattack now by Chris, quickly to Dan, too low. Getting a little help from the sideline there from Flip. Deflection. Oh, inner thigh. Andrew got out inner thigh last time.
Takes George out in the yellow shirt.
I'm sorry, George, not Andrew.
George.
Why'd I call him Andrew?
Curious George.
I'm just making up names.
Well, they did too, so you might
Exactly.
as well.
And Andrew might actually be his real name. Chris leaving the stinger ball out there almost as bait, but then he's turning around. Oh, no. Trying to fool Dan over there. 2 high throws for Dan. Here comes Blake. Redbeard firing back. Dodge. Ooh, that was close right there. Looks like Blake thought about throwing it or catching it. Thought better of it.
I think Chris has every ball on his side right now, all 6 of them, so he will take his time and gather his balls and
But time is on the side of the BT Buddies with 2 minutes left to go. If the time expires, they would win at this point.
This year they only play 5 minutes per game instead of the usual 7.
You know, the new rules have taken some getting used to, but I like the fact that they're always changing things up. You don't want to keep this game stagnant, as great as it is. And Dan is going to take a seat, evening things up. Chris in the green shirt, and Captain Redbeard Blake.
Redbeard has 2 balls. He will fire each one in succession from the center line.
Or with a pause in between. I guess that's still in succession.
Sure.
Oh, Redbeard off the shoulder. Nice put away by Chris. And the
Pandaz.
game is tied 1-1.
As the Pandas take game 2 on the Dodgeball Game of the Week.
Only on WTOB.
And we're back for our final game here. We're tied up 1-1 between Pandas in the near court and the BT Buddies in the far court.
You would call this the rubber match. Courtney picking up the ball. Looks like she tried to dodge a ball that wasn't there and dropped her own, but she quickly recovered there, and she recovered just in time to be put out.
Drew took her out.
Flip, nice catch there, and that will flip someone out from the BT Buddies.
Matt Inger.
Matt Inger. Andrew takes a seat, and is it over? No, Captain Redbeard had gone over to the other side to pick up a ball.
But he has his work cut out for him.
But he is Captain Redbeard, 1 down.
And
He's got to be out.
We think Eric is out, and then Will from Blacksburg Parks and Rec says he is.
He is disgusted, but that's what happens when you tangle with the Redbeard, Blake. And there is a Snuff Dog, self-proclaimed best player on the team.
We'll see if he can follow through. They're up 4 men to 1. Did he catch that? No
way. Did he catch that? That is amazing.
That was incredible.
Wow. This man, Redbeard, has been doing some things, simply amazing things.
That was incredible. He already had 1 ball in one hand. He catches it with the other.
I don't usually call for instant replays, but I would love to see a replay of this one, Chip. And the best player on the Pandas team ends it for them, taking this game 2-1 on the Dodgeball Game of the Week.
Seen only on WTOB. So another close game, Jed, but the Pandas come out on top 2-1.
The Pandas did come out on top, and hats off to them. But what I'd like to point out is the play of Captain Redbeard himself, Blake. It just showed me something. Every match, always in there. He's a real true team leader.
Redbeard takes it, and we hope you enjoyed Dodgeball Game of the Week, seen only on WTOB.